Here we are, another view in Clydach, and it's Clydach Canal, looking over various buildings in the village. I'll just give a very sort of plain coat of blue. We don't have a busy sky because there's so much going on in this painting. And I'm going to work around the buildings ever so quickly, just to make sure, composition-wise, everything works. I blued it in, blocked it in, but you shall never know till you stand back a bit and see how things are coming. And yeah, this is the canal and St Mary's Church, Calvaria, and the buildings. Yeah, so let's just get going here. And yeah, now I need to come on to now a darker colour. This is St Mary's Church. So let's get, and these are only base colours. I'll come in later, get more impression of brickwork and what have you. It's you know, let's have a look. It's in shadow. I'll cast a shadow down there, and that will be in shadow here too. That's Calvaria. Let's have a look. And right, okay, now, yeah, canal many times there as just children, small children, with jam jar, catching minnows and sticklebacks and so on, isn't it? And I was very friendly with a lad, Stuart James, lived by the old railway station. It's not there any longer, but and used to play a lot of the canal. On one occasion we found a roof of a van which we turned upside down. Thought we'd use it for a raft. Which worked great actually. You know what it's like, you try and get too many on it, and next thing you're in the canal and in a bit of a state. But there we go, that's all about growing up, isn't it? Bit of fun. So yeah, I'm just getting the shape of these in, and then the next session I'll get all the foliage in. Now let's have a look here. Let's try this. I guess I will be coming back over all of this. There we go. Nearly. You see, I haven't got a lot of time, I know, with Facebook, so I'm conscious of that, and we'll come over all this and fine-tune it a bit, but still. It's great with art and, you know, paints. You can visit areas I used to play as a child, and that's what I'm doing at the moment. I've dug out all my material on the village when I grew up as a child, and all my stuff going back years, and so it won't be like this now. It'll be very different now. But this is what it was like when I was growing up at the back here. Yeah, the village is round there. But at the canal you're looking forward. Now, if I just get this roof in here, and I think that's all I might be able to do actually. Let's get this mixing colours ever so quickly, and then we can come back to them. This roof stands out actually. It's a little cottage, and there we go. And then that's the bridge over to cross over the canal, footbridge. And we'll have the canal here, foliage, everything there. But I don't think I do much more than that for now. Well, next session with Clydach, and I've got all of the buildings in. Now it's a matter of going for foliage. Now all the greenery, help that be. I want to get the light catching in here this is the bridge that goes across the canal. And so, again, I'm wanting this very rough, just so I've got stuff where I think it needs to be. What I'll have to do is get some variation in here with trees. So let's get some sienna as well, just to get this in. We'll put that in over there, and it's learning to vary it really with the greens. It's not, it's you don't want to have it all the same, and just have it more or less where you'd want it. And now what I'll do, I'll work on the darks now. Yes, this is St Mary's Church, Calvaria. My mother, she was baptised in Calvaria one evening. Not that I wanted to know about religion or church at that point in my life. I was in a building up here called the Globe Cinema, and I thought, there's something happening to my mother this evening. Don't know what it is, but I know there's something going on. And she was getting baptised. Didn't really want to know about God or religion at that point in my life. But surprising how things can change, you know. And yeah, yes, but so many time in the Globe up here in the cinema, and there was an evening, because when you were small, isn't it, you youngsters, you were up to mischief all the time, and we take our pea shooters in and bag of dried peas in her pants, and Mrs. Gray, the little usherette, very small woman, but force of nature, and she came up and had to sort of stand up to search us, and we all stood up, pea shooters up our arms and our sleeves, and bag of dried peas in our pants. Only one who was with us, so should remain nameless, I suppose, and never wore pants, so when he stood up, the bag of peas, it all ran down his trouser leg. And I can hear those peas today, those dry peas running down the wooden floor of the cinema towards the front, and that sloped floor, for the noise would never end. But there we go, all good fun really, and harmless in many ways, just always in trouble, one sort or the other, and there we go. Now then, you see, I've only just roughed this in basically, and what I'll do, when it settles down, I'll come back on it and just sculpt in with all these sort of bushes and what have you, and build on that. But what we've got here, we've got the canal. Now, see, with our dark, I can get this light now up here. You'll see now, look. Watch this now. So you know, that can be light now against that background there. So let's get that back in there. And you want it light because of the dark with the water with the canal, which I'll do in the next session actually. And yeah, I'll just get. And again, it's just going for variation in here. There'll be bushes all up here. That will, yeah. And then what I'll do, let's get some stuff up in here. You can have grass on the bank here, the tool bank here, on this side. And so the dark will register against here. What I'll do then, I'll have a tree that will come up over here, and it'll like frame, it'll be like you're looking through. So there we go, that's enough of this session. All I want is a sense of reflection, and nothing much. That's why you'll be so careful. You don't want a mirror copy, you just want And just a bare idea, and that's it basically. So let's get, I'm just getting the whites in here first of all. Let's see what this is like now. There we go, that'll do. And then we'll get the blue in as well here. Yeah, we're getting somewhere now. And then we'll come to the greens. And then you want it coming this way. You want, so let's just start with, or different colours really. But what it's got to do, you want it, that line's got to continue down here. And similarly there we go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to come over it so it's only, there we go, that's more it. I'm going to get browns in now. There we go. So yeah, let's have a look. Get there now. Yeah, I was saying about being up in the Globe Cinema in the other sort of session, and there was a Friday night. I was banned, I wasn't allowed in, and they said, "No way, you coming in after last week. You can forget it. You can go now. You're not coming in." And not knowing what to do with myself, there was a church sort of youth up the road in a church called Trinity, and I thought, oh, might as well go and see what's going on over there then if I can't get in the Grove. And it was led by Brian Knott, who was our art teacher in school. Brian started out with the gospel, and not that I knew much of that then, but yeah, and I was put into a group. They split us all into groups, and there was an officer of the church. Name was Alan Smith, and Alan was taking the group that I was in. Not that I knew him then, of course. It'd be later I'd come to know him. And sort of a bit different to what I'd been used to. And it'd be years later I would turn up in that church. Not out of boredom because I was banned from somewhere, but quite voluntary. I turned up in a prayer meeting. I want to know, well, how do you get right with God? How do you really get right with God? And so I thought the church is the best place to go to find out that. And that's what happened. I turned up there. First time I met Gwyneth. And there we go. So, but that will be years later. That's another story. So here we go. Now but you can see how it's coming with the canal now. And what I need to do is just get the suggestion of windows. You don't want, the last thing you want is this to be exact. You don't want that at all. You are going to lose the sense of mood and atmosphere. And I think that might well do it, actually. I think I wouldn't do much more than just a suggestion of the porch there, and that'll be about it. Now then, let's get back to building on these colours now. And let's have a look, what have we got? And the darks, you know, and when it dries, I'll come over it again, of course, with all other sort of colours. And you want it quite random. You don't want it uniform. You want all different colours coming in here. And so look here. Yeah, that's about it really. And well, I'll show you now. I'm not sure where I am with time, but I think I might just have a bit more time to show you. There we go. Now what I can do, which I need the rigger brush for this, and the white. Let's have a look then and see. So let's just need to flatten it out so it'll come to a fine point. And just get these and some movement of water in here. You don't overdo this at all. I'll be coming up to finish on all of this. And of course, you know, it's not a working canal, hasn't been for years. So you're going to get a lot of this sort of in the water here. So let's put that in the water here. There we go. And I can do this quite across here and there. And that'll be quite effective. That will stand out. But I think that's about it for now. I don't think we need to do much more than that. I think we can call it a day. And see what I end up into the next time. So there we go.